Previously on Kingdom and Kinship. The Blackwells hosted their first event of the season, a tea party in the estate gardens. It was a bit bittersweet attending such an event without the boisterous presence of the late Duke Blackwell, but we soldier on as always. The gathering itself was quite relaxed, which I must say I welcomed after all the stress of prior engagements. While I am greatly put out to have missed the hunt at the Dunhold estate, I was thankful for the opportunity to right some wrongs I'd previously committed. I sought out Lady Rosamond Vrymont to apologize for my actions, and agreed to play the part of invested suitor in order to appease her father. She is much more intriguing than I'd expected, and bold as well. While I took tea with the Lady Vrymont, Dougie played several rousing rounds of croquet with the Baroness Dunhold, and I am encouraged to see them get along so famously. I am eager to catch up with him and see what may be kindling there. It seems he and Lady Sophia have at least begun to repair their friendship, as I noticed them speaking amiably more than once. I am grateful my friends are at least attempting to find forgiveness in their hearts. Enjoyable as I found conversing with the Lady Vrymont to be, I could not help but notice Lady Fairlee spending so much time with Leonard Blackwell. As I wish not to make a continued fool of myself, I shall say no more on the subject. After a time, I found myself in need of a moment alone, so I retired to the stables to check on my dearest Lucy. He was in excellent form, as always, and for once on his best behavior, in spite of having unexpected company. There are not enough words to express how I felt stumbling upon Lucy behaving sweetly to Diana, and I will be forever grateful to have been gifted the opportunity to reconnect with her properly. Of all my friends, I have missed her the most.
Hello, I'm Howl Valentine, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Viscount Beauchamp Montreval. His pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Melon, my pronouns are it, its, and I'm playing Lady Sophia Rookward. And their pronouns are she, her.
Hello, I'm Gary, and I'm playing the Honorable Douglas Finchwood, and both of our pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'm playing Lady Diana Fairlee. Both of our pronouns are she, her.
And welcome everybody, I'm Grizz, and I will be your storyteller for the evening in this wonderful fake Regency world that we have our little setting in. And players, good evening and welcome to the ball. But before we get there, we're going to do something that we've been doing every session so far, and if you're new and joining us, we're playing the Good Society, and that means we're going to start our session with the letters written by our players. And these letters are going to go back and forth from player to player, or player character, or maybe the NPCs, and I'll have a letter for one of our players. And with that in mind, we're going to start with BP first, in playing Lady Diana. Go ahead.
My dear Lady Tabitha, I have begun this letter several times, and each attempt has seemed either too cold for what I feel or too bold for what I know how to say. I could not, however, allow silence to stand between us after what passed in the garden. You spoke to me with a courage I cannot help but honor, and though surprise stole from me my answer at the time, I hope you will not mistake my silence for indifference. I was deeply touched by your confidence, more touched, perhaps, than I am yet wise enough to confess properly. There was sincerity in your words, and tenderness too, and I have carried them with me in a way I did not expect. Yet I must also admit that I do not know what I am to do with them. Society gives us many rules for friendship, for duty, for marriage, for what a young lady ought to desire, and what she ought never to name. It gives very little mercy to anything that does not fit neatly within those lines. You know, I think, something of what is expected of me. I am my father's daughter, my aunt's niece, and now the only Fairlee of marrying age upon whom so much hope has come to rest. Every kindness shown to me is weighed by others, every attachment may become a story, and as I have learned with painful clarity recently, every story bears consequence. I do not say this to wound you, nor to retreat from what you entrusted to me, but because I would not answer you falsely. I am torn between the wish to know you better and the fear of what the world would make of such a wish if it were ever learned how precious your regard has already become to me. If you can bear my uncertainty, I would ask only for your patience. I cannot promise what I do not yet understand in myself, but I can say that I think of you with warmth, gratitude, and no small measure of admiration. Whatever else may be impossible or merely difficult, I should like very much not to lose the gentle honesty that has begun between us. With sincere affection and esteem, Lady Diana Fairlee.
All right. There is no response.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My second letter then.
Absolutely.
Your Majesty, I hope you will forgive the liberty of my writing to you while you are abroad. And while matters of far greater consequence must surely commend your attention, I would not trouble your Majesty were I not conscious that, in entering society under your sponsorship, I carry not only my own hopes, but the hopes and the reputation of my family. I wish very much to honor both. The season has already presented more complexity than I had anticipated. I find myself received with kindness in several quarters, and I am grateful for it, yet I confess the kindness itself may become difficult to understand when one is not practiced in receiving it. I had thought my duty plain, to behave with propriety, to make myself agreeable, and to consider with care where a suitable attachment might be formed. Yet I now find myself confronted with a question of affection for which society gives me no proper language. I do not mean to suggest that I have forgotten what is expected of me. I know I am my father's daughter, your Majesty's niece, and the only Fairly presently of age to make a match that may strengthen the family's prospects. That knowledge has not left me. Indeed, it is perhaps because I feel it so keenly that I write now. I fear making a choice too hastily, but I fear still more allowing sentiment, confusion, or gratitude to appear where judgment ought to stand. If your Majesty has any counsel for a young woman who wishes to be dutiful without becoming insensible, and prudent without becoming cold, I would receive it with the deepest of gratitude. I remain determined to conduct myself in a manner worthy of your confidence, even when I am not entirely certain that I understand my own heart. Your Majesty's most obedient and humble servant, Lady Diana Fairlee.
Thank you, Lady Diana. All right. For the audience, that letter will be responded to by the SPC who will be playing the Queen, and we'll get a response next week. All right. You're gonna go to Sophia.
To the Honorable Douglas Finchwood, I write to you in high spirits and bolstered moods following the gathering at the Blackwell's estate. And it is for that very same reason that I'm writing to you in such fervor now. I owe you thanks, and an apology both. It is unavoidable, in our good society, that we all wear a mask like all nations at carnival. In many ways, we are the mask we bear for the world to see, but I've forgotten what it was to doff them. I know I haven't been quite myself for a while, but the simple truth that I wasn't quite sure how to be after everything that had happened. That carefree girl of youth felt a far cry from the person I was, but I got to see that some of her still resided in me, and I've got you to thank for that. I'm sorry it took me this long. Your friend, Sophia.
And your next one?
The next one is a response.
Oh, my bad.
I believe the
No.
Viscount has.
Yeah, you're right. So the next one, how if you'd mind reading a letter out?
Of course.
Mhm.
Lady Sophia Rookward, it is a true pleasure to have heard from you directly, and I apologize for not connecting with you at the Blackwell's party. I confess I had assumed that my actions were not perceived to be in accordance with the nature of my intent. However, I am deeply grateful to be proven wrong in this instance.
It fills my heart with deep joy to hear that you and Dougie are beginning to make attempts at repairing your friendship, as I truly believe that much of the harm caused stems from a series of unfortunate misunderstandings. While I understand and can even more recently empathize with your intent to provide aid resulting in the least favorable outcome, I also know from experience that this does not outweigh the impact of our actions, and I expect it will be a trial of some enormity to overcome the damage done. However, though I have been apart from our circle for some time, I still hold true my memory of the strength and kindness demonstrated by the girl I once knew, and therefore believe that you shall be up to the task. I echo your hope that we might all be able to gather once more in the comfort of my familial home, and though it would be my preference for a smaller gathering, I believe my mother is planning an event at the estate soon. I promise I shall not repeat the mistakes of the past, and will instead look forward to a future time when we might converse once more as friends all together at a much smaller gathering, with less pomp and circumstance involved. Yours in friendship, Beau.
Sorry about that, Melon. Your response.
Yeah, Viscount Beauchamp Montreval. The pleasure in being able to maintain a regular correspondence with you once more is entirely my own, Beau. There is no need for apologies in this matter, and I hope to share a game of croquet with you, but you slipped away faster than I could notice you. And I assure you, none short of Lady Diana herself are more aware of the misfortune that's been reaped from the good intentions that I sowed than myself. Truth be spoken, I'm not sure if the damage I've dealt can be mended, but I do not plan to surrender hope, nor will I stop trying to make things right. Ultimately, the choice shall rest in Lady Diana's hands as to whether or not my efforts will have achieved the intended effect. But I can hope and do my best. Perhaps, now that we find ourselves at your family's estate, although a much bigger function than either of us had originally intended for, we can find the time to sit together for tea. At least the three of us. I appreciate the care and opportunities you have offered me to make things right, and I assure you that I will not squander your aid. Your friend, Sophia. Postscript. Did you know that Douglas bid me at croquet? I didn't think he had it in him, but he seems to be getting better every day. I believe we got the Baroness Dunholt to thank for that. And letter.
All right. Thank you, Sophia. Uh, Gary, your response as Douglas to Sophia's first letter, if you have one ready.
I do not have a response for that.
You do not. I have this all out of sorts. That was my bad, everybody.
So good.
I think we may need to do some different things with this thread because I have these all out of sorts in my head. All right, but go ahead and read your first letter, please.
All right. To one Mr. James Brown. I'm sure you find this letter to be odd, and my request within to be more peculiar, but in the nature of being thorough as a newly dedicated hobbyist sleuth, I felt it warranted. You have been a most loyal and judicious courier in my family's employ for quite some time, so I must ask, do you perhaps recall delivering a missive that bore the Fairlee house crest to Thorncroft about 2 years prior? And if so, do you recall ever delivering that same missive elsewhere shortly after it reached our estate? I know I ask much of you in this, but any recollections you may have would prove invaluable to me. Sincerely, the Honourable Douglas Finchwood. Postscript. I have attached a token of my appreciation to this letter for putting such straits upon you. I do hope you find it acceptable.
Honorable Lord Finchwood, beg pardon, sir. I done my best to think on it, but I can't rightly say. 2 years is a fair while. I carried a great many letters besides. I do remember your lord father kept a very close eye on all posts that came through Thorncroft. more than most gentlemen, if you forgive me saying so. If you told me a letter was to stay or be sent on, I never thought to question it. As for one from Fairlee, it might have been among the bundle I took to post in the village for London, but I couldn't swear to it, sir. I do you no wrong just to be helpful. I'm sorry any more use, and I appreciate the token. It's more than I deserve. Your obedient servant, James Brown.
Drat. All right, second letter. My dear friend Beauchamp. Beau, I must apologize that we did not get a moment to converse at the Blackwell Spring festivities. Know that I was not intentionally avoiding you, and that I received your previous letter and harbor no ill will towards you. You are my oldest and closest friend. It would take far more than a mildly awkward situation brought on by well-meaning intentions to frighten me off. No, my attention was monopolized elsewhere on that day. In fact, I hope to converse with you in person about some events that transpired then that entail matters of the heart. You have always been a true and steadfast companion, and I can most certainly use your keen judgment at this time. Yours truly, Dougie.
All right. Thank you, Douglas. And Beau's other letter.
Lady Rosamond Varmont, I wish again to express my deep gratitude for the pleasure of your time and conversation on the occasion of the Blackwell's tea party. It was not my intent to so thoroughly monopolize your company, and I do hope that you found it to be as enjoyable and enlightening a time spent as it was for myself. I apologize that we did not find an opportunity to have our promised croquet match, and dearly hope to remedy that in the future. As for family matters, it is my dearest wish that you and your father have reached a peaceful accord since we last spoke, as I would not wish for you to suffer further discomfort at my nor any other fellow's expense. Additionally, I found myself quite engaged in the tale of your cousin's misadventures, and wish for them the swiftest recovery of both their dignity and their wits. Perhaps you might regale me with more recent reports when next we meet. I look forward to future conversations, and do let me know should any additional courtship services be required. Regards, Beauchamp Montreval.
You do get a response, but it's not quite what you think. Does carry the Viremont family seal on it, but it's kind of like a lumpy letter in a strange way. Not like lumpy as in like what is this, but it's kind of like has a feel to it. As you open it up and pull out the letter on the inside, it opens up. And the only thing you find on the inside are dried pressed orange lilies. And that is it.
Interesting.
Hmm. But thank you, Bo, and thank you everybody for the letters. Um, we are going to set the scene as we get into the ball. I should have said something last week, but if y'all want to like imagine your ball fits in your outfits for this, by all means do so, because it's going to be pretty awesome. As we set the scene, pretty awesome because I can't think of any better words, despite all of the thinking I've done with fancy words for the last while. All right. So we are going to set the scene. We are going to open up at the manor of the Montrevals for this ball and everything else. Swanmere. Resting on the shores of a broad glass-like lake, Swanmere has been the ancestral seat of House Montreval for generations, and regarded as one of the most beautiful estates in all of the kingdom. Built of pale limestone that seems almost golden beneath the African sun, the manor rises grateful from a series of marble terraces overlooking the water, where elegant fountains, hedges, and gardens blend almost seamlessly into the surrounding landscape. And unlike the dignity of Wolfsbarrow or the refinement of Stag's Crossing, Swanmere was built to be admired. Everything is balanced in perfect symmetry, every gallery filled with paintings, sculptures, and tapestries collected across many, many years. Promenades wind through gardens dotted with statues of poets and musicians and legendary heroes. And you do see along the lake swans that drift across that give the estate its name. And even at a distance, the entire house appears less like a, well, like just a simple house in the country and more like a work of art. Because for this house, beauty is not a luxury, it is a legacy. Music, painting, architecture, writings, and fashion are cultivated here with the same care that other houses devote to politics or war. To receive an invitation here is to be welcome to one of those kingdoms, to the kingdoms, one of the kingdom's greatest cultural houses and traditions. And it's here that we have the Swan Ball, which is held at the height of summer traditionally. It is the crown jewel of the House Montreval's whole social calendar, an evening where elegance is celebrated with almost a theatrical devotion to it. As twilight settles across the lake, hundreds of candles and lanterns illuminate the manor until its windows shimmer like reflections on the water itself, welcoming guests into a night of music, conversation, and spectacles. Spectacle, not spectacles with glasses. The ballroom itself is off to one of the sides of the actual manor, but only because it sits at the exact almost edge of the lake looking out over it, with towering windows, with their silk curtains drawn back to allow the light coming in from the moon to kind of glow part of the actual ball itself. Giant crystal chandeliers suspended from a painted ceiling that's covered with scenes of classic myths and heavenly figures. Columns trimmed with gold frame the dance floor, and you can see balconies that are full of orchestra members that are filling the whole area with music without overwhelming any of the talk down below. Fresh arrangements of white lilies and roses and orchids all align the polished tables. Mirrors are multiplying the candlelight into 1,000 points of light all over the place, and you can see servants are quietly and going through the crowd, delivering sugared fruits, delicate pastries, sparkling wines, ensuring no one even waits for a second for refreshments. And the evening follows the careful pattern of most Regency balls. Everyone's already been formally received before the first dance. Introductions have been made already underneath the watchful eyes of chaperones, and there are more than the past few events to be extra careful. To a couple waltz dance. These moments, company spills into the adjoining salons and small rooms for conversation. There is a card table, quiet refreshments, before returning back to the dance floor. And the Swan Ball is an exhibition of wealth. It is House Montreval's declaration that civilization is measured by not power alone, but refinement, generosity, and just a general appreciation of everything beautiful. And every guest, whether they realize it or not, becomes a part of the evening's overall masterpiece. And that is where we find ourselves on this very lively evening. And now that I have rambled on with that description, I am going to start with let's start with Douglas. Douglas, this is a ball.
Yes.
And you are nothing if not a person that this ball is kind of made for. But how are you dressed up?
Absolutely. Dougie is a man of events and balls and good times, so he is dressed to the nines. I am not all educated on different terminologies for Regency wear, but I can at least give an idea. He is dressed very well. He's wearing one of his better suits in the classic Finchwood house colors of jade and cream, but there's also some silver stenciling and embroidery around like the cuffs and the inseams and such. And he's wearing a rather voluminous cravat of a kind of like brighter blue color, like a teal, and he's looking his best. His hair has been neatly combed and styled, and he's excited and ready to go.
Hell yeah. And thankfully, because this is just how it's gonna work, you immediately see your very close friend, Bo. And Bo, how are you dressed up as you turn to see your friend Doug looking like he's an absolute unit?
Uh, Bo, for the first time all season, is not wearing some form of military dress and instead is dressed more along the guidelines of the household from which he's come. So he is wearing a silk tailcoat that is such a deep green, it's almost black, trimmed with just like gold buttons that just when they catch the light reflect it really well. He's got matching silk trousers and a glorious sort of like very pale orange cravat that accents the rest of the outfit. And then obviously shoes, and his hair is done in the usual fashion because that is one thing he will not mess with.
Hell yeah. But yeah, you guys you guys lock eyes with each other in a totally bro to bro way. No, it's whatever. Hey, see you see each other.
Well, well, well. There he is, the old man of the house himself.
Oh, old man of the house indeed. How are you, Dougie?
Oh, you know I'm always at my absolute best, even when I'm not.
Yes, I've known that to be true about you. Apologies, I've not had time to return. Excuse me. Bo's not floundering, I am. I have not had time to reply to your latest letter, but I am very intrigued to hear what counsel it is you wish from me.
Oh, yes, that. Much to say on that matter, much to say, but at a later time when we can have some privacy.
Of course. Perhaps later this evening we can have brandy and cigars in the lounge off to the side, or even out on the lake.
You had me at brandy, good sir. Let's do the lake.
I thought I might. Yes, of course. Later on this evening I shall seek you out. In the meantime, how are you finding it? Do you need anything? Can I help you with anything, friend?
No, no, nothing too serious. Just the location of your dear mother. I did bring flowers.
Ah, yes, mother. I believe. Well, I know she is here. I'm certain she's flitting about making sure things are going accordingly and making introductions and such. I am certain she cannot be missed and will make herself known as soon as she wishes to. Oh, there she is.
Sorry. It's like,
Mother.
like you just kept going. It's like as soon as the DM tells me to stop talking, she will appear. Of course. And there you do see your mother, yeah. Sorry. Okay, I'll just redo it. So you see her hair is like swept into like an elaborate arrangement adorned with delicate diamond combs and strands of like freshwater pearls that shimmer like called drops of like moonlight or just like water coming down off an icicle. Her blue eyes are framed by subtle cosmetics while she has her always composed smile and just amazing, impeccable posture to give the impression that she's belongs naturally underneath these chandeliers and like this is her element. This is who she is, right? She's wearing a gown of like beautiful ivory silk overlaid with uh I can't believe I forgot to pronounce that word while reading it. Champagne lace, with a train embroidered with silver swans gliding down, silver swans going down her back. The Around her neck rests like a beautiful like sapphire and diamond necklace, which is like a really old heirloom of the house. Matched by like elgin drop earrings and some small bracelets of like white gold. Um, but as you're looking at it, like every part of her outfit is meant to complement each other. It's like these like a beautiful tapestry of just everything slotting in just so to not like be too much, but clearly she is the focal point of everything around her. And she sees you with a smile on her face. She did kind of already make the rounds, and now she's just walking around being amazing. So,
As she does.
Beauchamp, darling, how are you? How is everything over here?
Well, Mother, Dougie was just saying that he wished to pay his respects to you, and Beau will gesture over to Douglas.
Ah, Douglas, it's been too long. You were
That it has.
just a boy the last time I saw you, and now look at you.
Look
Someone's
at
been
me,
eating
look at you, my
well.
lady. I
Oh,
did think I heard the birds singing your name on my way in. I can see why. You look absolutely wonderful.
I did train them well, didn't I?
Oh, that you did. And these I have brought for you, as Douglas will pull out like a bouquet from around his back and hold them forth to further highlight just how wonderful you look tonight and how well of a ball you put on. I am most excited.
And look at you seem to have an inside source. These are exactly the colors that I chose, Douglas. This is amazing. I'll have them
Beau,
put in my study, and I will enjoy them with the same fervor that I enjoy this smile now. You look amazing, darling. How is your season going?
Oh, it has been as exciting as one can hope for, especially me. I live for such things, and it has been a year I feel I will be able to regale many more Finchwoods with in the future.
Sure. But certainly going to be invited from now on more often, yes, Bo?
of course. Honestly, I'm surprised he was not invited more often even in my absence, but I shall rectify the situation post-haste.
Well, I dare say your dear sisters missed him terribly.
Oh?
Oh, well, of course. I won't spoil anything, but you haven't seen Catherine in quite some time, and I dare say it is her first season, and she's quite excited to see you, Douglas.
Well, perhaps I'll save a dance for her then.
I don't believe you'll have a choice this time around, young man, but
Oh.
well, I won't keep you. I'm sure you both have, well, from what I can see, plenty of people gazing your way, and oh, darling,
Yes,
you look amazing. And don't forget, she doesn't, she like, look, she can see she's looking at the scars on your face. Make them your best feature because they are. It's a story and a beautiful one, just like the rest of you.
he takes a deep breath and, like, rolls his shoulders back just minutely. Of course, Mother. Thank you for the advice. It is much appreciated, and Dougie is correct. You look absolutely radiant, if I have not already told you.
Darling, I've been doing this long enough to know that you know that everyone else knows, and that's hmm. She just pats you. She like reaches up to pat you on the bicep. I'll be over at one of the head tables. The Ashcombs and the Viamonts want to talk. Hmm.
Of course. Send for me if you need me, but thank you, Mother.
Of course. And Douglas, thank you again. Pat you on the shoulder gently as a genuine thank you. Oh, where do I where is she? Where did she go? Um, Poppy, yes, take these to my study, but make sure they're well tended to. I want to see them in the morning. Yes, ma'am. Scurries off. And kind of out of order, but just to show how much she appreciates you, Douglas, for being such a dear friend to Bo all these years, the most minute of bows. She doesn't need to by any stretch, but you're a friend of the family. So she does, and then she will leave.
Douglas will return the bow and uh, go a very respectful deepness to it.
Mm-hmm. She disappears into the crowd.
Lovely
I
woman, that mother.
Yes, she is in the best of form. these days, I am happy to report. I was worried that the years would not have been as kind to her as they are, and I was pleased to see very much that I was wrong in several cases. And I promise, Dougie, I did not recommend those colors based on what she had chosen. I simply thought they would be the ones she liked best.
Well, you are right.
Fortunately, this time, yes.
And I do say she was right as well. Those scars of yours, they're a great story. And that's what's all about here in this landscape of ours. Stories.
I suppose, though it is. It is a bit difficult to find a polite way to regale the bulk of society with the tale of how someone shoved a sword in my face and stabbed me, but we make do, I suppose.
Well,
With that, nope, hold up. With that, there is a gap in the crowd that is large enough to see Lady Sophia. If Melon, you would I wouldn't mind describing Lady Sophia, please.
Of course. Lady Sophia is dressed in a fine light blue dress. It is far from extravagant, but rather works to highlight what she has. It doesn't speak of extravagant matters or flurries of things she does not contain, but rather serves to enhance and speak of her prudency. She has two notable sets of jewelry on her, a necklace with a small teardrop-shaped piece of sapphire, and a set of turquoise earrings that she carries with her as she observes the social movements of the ball. Therefore, it would not fit a lady to approach anyone for a dance.
The two of you see Sophia. She's kind of approaching you in the crowd, and she sees the both of you.
Oh, Lady Rookwood, Dougie, should we go say hello?
well, we might as well, shouldn't we? Hold on, let me just get a glass of wine first. I've been here for 5 minutes and haven't had a glass of wine yet. This is outrageous.
It's been going on for like an hour. You've had wine.
I'm certain one can be found along the way, and Bo will just sort of like make a very small hand gesture, and I'll spend a resolve token if I need to, but I imagine a servant immediately appears with a tray next to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Lord
there you
Finchwood?
are.
Yeah, Lord Finchwood, Lord Finchwood, Lord Finchwood, Lord Finchwood, Lord Finchwood. There's like 10
Oh,
of them.
yes, thank you. Oh, lifesavers, lifesavers, all of you. I swear, I was about to perspire.
No one
from
without refreshment.
From lack of refreshment, I was truly about to fade. But now,
You will be refreshed.
Bo will also take a glass of champagne and lead Dougie over. Lady Rookwood, it is lovely to see you. I'm so grateful you could make it.
Lord Finchwood, Lord Montreval, how very good it is to see both of you here.
well, I should hope I was going to be here. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit offended, I think, as I look pointedly at Beauchamp.
Well, most tragic misgrace indeed.
But yes, you look quite delightful on this night.
Oh, thank you. It is quite a lovely dress. It has been a while since I wore something quite this nice in this shade, but I think the situation merited it.
Well, this is certainly the circumstance for it.
Perhaps you should wear it more often. Dougie is right. You look lovely, Sophia.
Thank you both. Oh yes, it's other circumstances. Do you know if Lady Diana is going to make it?
In that moment, jumps in. Oh, it's over there.
Whoa.
In that moment, because there's a resolve token. So in that moment, as you call, you're kind of weirdly all three facing in the same direction because I'm God and I can do that. Towards one of the far ends of the actual ball, but you're close to the far end of the one of the actual ball. There is one of the staircases kind of like leading down from one of the guest rooms where some of the early arrivals did appear. Some finer details to getting dressed up and everything like that. And about a third of the way down, clear as day, you all can see Lady Diana. BP, would you describe Lady Diana?
Yes. Diana's ball gown is a study in quiet radiance. It's white silk, so cool in tone, it's almost seems silver when the light catches it. The high-waisted bodice is fitted very precisely. Its short puff sleeves and the neckline are edged in fine silver thread embroidery, worked in a pattern of laurel leaves and tiny roses. A narrow sash rests beneath the bust in pale kind of dove gray silk that matches her long gloves and kind of softens the brightness of the rest of the gown without making it look dull. The skirt falls in very clean, graceful lines to the floor. It is overlaid with a whisper-thin layer of gauze that kind of moves like mist when she walks. Her hair has been arranged in soft Regency curls. The front pieces are kind of swept around her face while the rest is gathered into a knot at the back of her head. And a few pearl-tipped pins kind of nestle among the curls. And they kind of look like drops of snow or moonlight. And they're accompanied by a narrow silver comb that's worked in a rose motif in her hair. Her jewelry is kind of equally restrained. There's pale pearl drop earrings, a fine silver chain at her throat, and a small pendant set with a moonstone that catches the gray of her eyes without overwhelming them. The whole look is not ostentatious, but it rewards attention. You would notice that there are tiny seed pearls scattered among the bodice and the hem that almost look like frost caught on petals. And a subtle border of embroidered silver roses circles the bottom of the skirt, but they're really only visible when the fabric shifts. Sorry, I'm almost done. I have one more sentence. I swear to God, I wrote this specifically for this.
You're good.
Against her pale, cool skin and her silver gray eyes and the pale blonde hair, the effect is almost ethereal. It's restrained enough to satisfy propriety, beautiful enough to be remembered, but unique enough to linger in the memory.
Hey, Grizz.
Let me get to let me get to the end of this, okay? Just a second. Okay, thank you. All right. After that amazing description, that's what she looks like coming down the stairs. Get scary.
I was gonna say, can I use a monologue token on Beauchamp when he sees her?
Well, only if you want to. And Beau, do you accept this? Because it is very early and we have things going
on. Yes, I will accept if this is when we want to do that, yeah.
Yeah. I want to monologue him at the moment that Beau sees her come down the stairs.
You got it. Go ahead and monologue there, Howl.
Yes, so I imagine when Sophia asks about Diana, Beau says something to the effect of, well, I know she was invited, and looks around the room just to see because he hasn't seen her yet, and he glances over at the opposing staircase and sees her. My God. I don't think I have words for this. She's absolutely the most beautiful. She's always the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Pull yourself together, man. But this is more than I can bear. How am I supposed to talk to her? How am I supposed to behave around her like that? She's arresting. I am afraid I will be perceived staring more than I should, and I should keep my distance. She is being courted. I am certain there are many suitors. She is far too good for anything I could offer, but God, look at her. She's just perfect. And then I think it's a series of TV static and white noise as he just sort of really tries hard to keep his jaw from dropping straight to the floor and maintain some semblance of composure.
Okay, editor, can we get 20 seconds of brain fog static sound following that? Thank you.
Thank you, yes.
It could just be like a monkey hitting a rock for like 20 seconds and we're good. All right. Thank you, Bo. So you all see that as Diana, you make it to the bottom of the stairs, and you can see through the part of the crowd. You see the three of your compatriots, close friends, frenemy, all standing there, like watching you come down the stairs with various degrees of awe. Uh, I'll, but I'm not saying your mouth is hanging open for a Regency gentleman. Your mouth is hanging open. Do you know what I mean? Like, like it's just, it's a little
Yeah.
bit of yeah. But yeah, you see the three of them standing there, and the three of you see her looking at you. There you go.
Dougie smiles and openly waves.
Hi.
Diana will lift her fan and give him a little wave and start making her way over if no one stops her.
Mm-mm.
Bo, seeing that she's coming closer, sort of like does his best to be subtle about it, but shakes himself a little and like straightens his posture. And if you're paying attention and know him well enough, so I leave it up to Dougie, Sophia, and Diana to decide whether or not they perceive, you can tell that he's basically doing his patented snap out of it, pay attention, look normal routine. Because he's kind of just stuck on a loop of TV static until she makes it over there.
Tunk, 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 tunk. Go ahead.
Diana will get there
Yeah.
and she will immediately drop into a little curtsy. Viscount. Dougie. Lady Rookwood.
Lady Fairlee, it is such an honor of you to attend our ball. And Bo will bow the appropriate, like exact appropriate amount, and then just a little bit more in greeting.
Thank you for the invitation. I thought to catch your mother, but she seems to have wandered off before I made it over.
Yes, well, you know how she is at these things. I am certain I can arrange an introduction if you would like.
I'm sure I will find my way to her eventually. I wouldn't want to call her away from her other guests.
I highly doubt that she would be disappointed in seeing anyone but you. But regardless, she is impossible to miss as well. You look absolutely resplendent, if I might say.
Yes, I was just standing here thinking, I'm sorry, we're just going to ignore the obvious? You look marvelous, Diana.
Thank you. I had something made for the occasion.
It's a great look on
Well,
you.
I am certainly glad you did, because I am amazed. And I did not think I could get more amazed when it comes to you.
She has the good grace to blush a little bit, and kind of flutters her fan in front of her face. I think her eyes will glance towards Sophia because it was clear that Sophia was about to say something, and then kind of a "Are you going to talk?" Without saying anything out loud.
Sophia, for a moment of a second, it's like she starts to force a smile. It forces the wrong word. She slips into the mask with a familiarity that it's almost uncanny, but she drops it such as quick. Her smile is vaguely more than a grin. Smirk's the word that I'm looking for. You look wonderful, Lady Fairlee.
Thank you, Lady Rookward.
The silver color of the dress is quite a nice fit on you.
Yes, it was a little daring, I suppose, but I thought it appropriate. No better place to try out something like this than the Montreval's ball, after all. You look...
You will. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Your dress is very nice.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if it would be appropriate either, but I think it fits the occasion. It is a new start in many ways.
You both look absolutely lovely, and I think that Dougie and I are. Honestly, I am at a loss for words. I'm just so happy to see all three of you in the same place at the same time. I know that there is much to discuss over time, and this is not the appropriate venue for it, but I am overjoyed by this. Truly. I'm glad to see you all friends.
Both? You don't think I look lovely, Beau?
Dougie, you look as resplendent as ever, and if I took the occasion to comment upon it every time we met, we would speak of nothing else. You know you have my heart.
Oh, you're too kind to me, truly.
Bo will sort of laugh and, very lightly clap Dougie on the back, aware of his own strength, but in the friendly sort of, haha, I love you gesture of bros. Well,
What a different world this
Ooh,
would
friend
be were
zone.
one of you a dame.
Say it again.
What a different world this would be were one of you a dame.
I
Oh.
shudder to think.
Well, clearly you would be the dame, Beau.
Yes, honestly, you're probably correct.
Then we'd all be in trouble. The marriage mart would be entirely spoken for. And she looks at Beau with a smile.
Yes, truly, everyone would be after Dougie, as it was, and I would have to fight them off with a... I don't know what I would fight them off with. A shoe, perhaps? Is that
Oh
a
no, please don't
reasonable
start
weapon for
talking
a
about...
lady to wield?
Please
Oh,
don't start
speaking
talking
of
about
shoes, that does
No,
remind
no,
me.
Dougie,
At
that was
that
not an
moment-
invitation.
At that moment, the band breaks into a kind of a more of a lively dance tune as the kind of the center of the area of the actual dance, the ball floor. I don't know what to call it. The dancing space. Got my brain just melted.
Dance
Begins to clear. Thank you. For some reason, floor and dance kept on being combined with different words, but not together. The dance floor starts to clear. It's not one of the more formal ones that will be happening in a short while, but if anyone would like to dance, now is the time. As the four of you look around and go like, I wonder who's here.
Hey, Grizz.
Oh.
Yes.
I would like to spend a resolve token to have Elias Blackwell come and request a dance from Sophia.
Fuck rolled it.
Well, in that actual moment, let's see here. Well, aren't the four of you a beautiful sight? As you hear the voice of Elias Blackwell, just a few short away from you, as he makes his approach. You see he's wearing like an evening coat of like a charcoal blue that's paired with like a pale silver waistcoat. that has like a almost invisible floral pattern that kind of like only shows itself underneath the chandeliers. He has a navy cravat and silver cufflinks. While his hair is carefully styled by his household staff, but and he doesn't. You see him fixing it quietly because he clearly hates having his hair touched or messed with. Um, and from what you've seen of Elias, he seems the least concerned with fashion, but he also seems the most comfortable with it. As you kind of see him standing for the first time with like a quiet confidence because he is kind of in his element. It's not the running of the house. It's not like the military side of things. He's far more comfortable in the showcasing himself part of being a noble as he stands beside a lot of you.
Lord Blackwell,
Lord
we are
Elias.
honored by your attendance, and Bo will bow just the appropriate amount.
Diana will
Elias will
curtsy.
bow even deeper. He bows to each one of you. Of course, I wouldn't miss this for the world. Begging the pardon of the lot of you, but Lady Rookward, may I have this dance?
There's a slight rosy tint that takes over Sophia's cheeks. Why, I suppose you may.
He will give a small bow and hold out his hand.
And she will gracefully take it.
Yeah, and he, if you'll excuse us to the three of you, and he will lead Sophia off onto the dance floor. It is far more lively than most of the ones they'll be playing this evening, but his his brother is the big strong man. Frickin' Elias he's got the kicks. He can fucking dance. He's got the you know what? He's got canned heat on them heels. He's ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. As the dance breaks out, and Sophia, it's probably the first time you actually get to see the more playful side of Elias, other than playing croquet, which he didn't mind doing, but this is far more his thing. You look beautiful tonight, Sophia.
You look incredibly well put together. You wear your suit incredibly well. Sophia, for her part, she has been taught well, and she knows the precise moves and carries them out like almost in a machine-like way.
Mhm. He noticed. He definitely has like a frown on his face. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, I'm dancing.
No, you're not. You're walking with aggressive movements. Relax, Sophia. This isn't technical. This isn't meant to. Forgive me. And he looks slightly disappointed.
May I ask that you continue your line of thought? I suppose not.
You just no. You're moving so stiff. Are you not enjoying yourself?
I am. I just, well, I would hardly want to fall down in front of everybody either, and there are quite a lot of steps. But
Anyone who has it as that, you clearly know what you're doing. Have confidence. I can see how good of a dancer you are.
you're right. You're right. I'm worrying about nothing. And she will indeed bring you to relax and let go of it a little, and her movements go from mechanical and precise and stiff to flowing. It's still there, but she begins to let herself go into the movements.
Yeah, you see a smile growing on his face. Um, as you dance out the rest of this number, and the orchestra starts going back into the more conversational tones, and you break apart, and everyone bows to each other. And the dance floor clears as people start coming out from the sides and kind of like mingling once more in the center. Thank you, Lady Rookwood. That was lovely. You give a bow.
Thank you for the chance. And she will give a deep curtsy in response.
Some refreshments.
Oh, I would love some. Um, what are the refreshments on offer?
I didn't catch any of that. Sorry.
Oh, she said that she would love that and then asked what the refreshments on offer are.
As soon as you say other refreshments, there's about like 20 surfers just like all around you with various refreshments. It's kind of scary, actually. You will be refreshed at all times.
My goodness. That is.
They will always find you. Yes. As you go to a side salon, enjoy some refreshments with Elias. So, the other three of you, things you would like to do. Are you going to keep talking, hanging out, go see people? What would you like to do?
Yes, as we're standing there together, I think Douglas gives a exaggerated sigh. Well, Bo, I do say that I think there's only one way we can establish which one of us gets to dance with the most dashing woman at this party. How many fingers am I holding behind my back?
Bo blinks a couple times at Dougie and just two?
How do you always get that? Yes, it was two.
He wasn't holding any fingers at all, Viscount.
Hmm?
Hello?
You well, Bo, you can see the Baroness behind him.
Ah. Yes, that does sound like Dougie.
I was holding them in
How
my
are
head.
you, Baroness Denhold?
Do you turn around, Douglas?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, you see the Baroness standing there, and like she was just up for the outing, but you see her completely set aside practicality for the first time in the entire season. Um Her hair, which is usually in like a simple arrangement, has been swept up into a elegant braided braided do with soft curls framing her face, and she has a silver comb of oak leaves securing in place. Um, she has a deep evening gown of like a deep emerald velvet, with its fabric catching in the candlelight. The gown silhouette is unmistakably feminine, with like an off-the-shoulder neckline and flowing skirts, but its bodice is tailored with structured lines to um, kind of still retain the confidence of a military coat, which is just a nod to her own house. Um, you can see embroidery tracing like climbing ivory and oak leaves along the cuffs, the bodice, some of the hem, um, which gives it some refinement without. Or she doesn't really like extravagant things, as you already know. Her only jewelry is a pair of emerald drop earrings and a slender bracelet with the Dunhold crest on it, and on her other hand is a signet ring worn that looks a little large for her, but you kind of put it together in your head that that was probably her father's. Um, Long ivory gloves and like satin slippers, and she's wearing like a dark green silk shawl that's embroidered with more silver threads on it that goes like over her shoulders. Um, but you see like several people just in the crowd are passing by, clearly looking at her with a different kind of look, mostly respect because she's never done this. Um, but it's clear that the Lady of Wolf Sparrow can dress up when she wants to, as she gives the three of you a bow.
Diana curtsies.
Beau will bow back. You look lovely, Baroness. It is a pleasure to have you attend our function.
It was an absolute honor to receive an invitation. I gave my regards to your mother, and she simply patted me on the cheek and said, "Of course, darling," and walked away. It was interesting. she
From-
she looks thrown off. Like,
I can assure you that from my mother, that is some of the highest praise. You have done an excellent job.
yeah, so you kind of go like pink in the cheeks, like, "Oh, thank you." The housemaids said this would look good. So
They were correct, weren't they, Dougie? And Beau will like very subtly elbow Douglas in the ribs.
Oh, sorry, I was just so mesmerized trying to capture this moment in, well, amber, I guess you could say. You look fantastic, my Baroness.
thank you, Lord Finchwood.
Diana shoots a look at Beau at my Baroness, but doesn't say anything.
Beau shoots the exact same look at Diana at the same time.
Girl,
Girl!
Not noticed.
And you look you look quite handsome this evening, if I must say.
Oh, why, thank you. Well, I think there's no sense in showing it off on the sidelines when we can be front and center. Could I have a dance?
Oh, of course. Uh, right, yes, of course. It's like building herself up while saying yes. So it's like,
Oh, it seems that perhaps I will be the one teaching you something for once.
no, Lord Finchwood, I can dance. It's just I prefer uh, the dance floor known as the hunting grounds, and not this. And then she kind of just gives the room a look, gives Beau a look that kind of says sorry, but also,
Beau shoots her back a sort of commiserating smile and says, "My lady, if I may be so bold as to suggest that you consider this a different sort of hunting ground, with a very different prey. It is not quite the same. However, the game can be played similarly, if you catch my meaning."
See, Bo, this is why you always have such great ideas.
fairly certain I was the one hunted. But yes, let's go. Let's dance.
Oh, you need not be.
I think we're pushing it there.
Yeah, that's fair. He doesn't say that out loud.
I'm
He
like,
thinks that. That's an inside thought.
Inside thought, inside thought.
That's another one of those
Okay.
moments where Diana and Beau just share a look, but neither one of them say
Yep.
anything.
Very well. Well, two of you don't get into trouble while I'm gone.
Oh yes, Scout's honor. And Beau just slips a hand behind his back and crosses a pair of fingers.
Are you holding up two fingers now?
Well, not that he can see I'm not. And he'll smile at Diana.
Look over my shoulder as I'm walking away. What was that?
Gary. Gary,
Yes.
the formal invitation to the dance. You gotta do the thing. You gotta do like
I'll do the thing. I don't know what the
Okay.
thing is.
actually lead her to the dance floor.
Yes.
Okay, cool, gotcha. But yes, you lead her to the dance floor.
Yes, or no, he wasn't
As-
just walking away. He was leading her off. I should have specified that better.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, it's like, all right, follow me, bitch. You know what to do. But the orchestra begins to play something slower, and it leads into a waltz. As you see her face slowly getting more and more red when she realizes what this is about to be. Oh, good. Not something easier.
Oh, don't worry. You'll do fine. No one's paying attention to us. They're all too worried about their own footwork.
Well, shall we?
Of course.
and the dance begins. It's she's good, right? She has the practice level of someone who is taught how to do this, but after being taught and being confirmed to know how, she just stopped. Like, she never tried to go dancing, she didn't try to get better, so she is good at it.
Well, I would say you're rather impressive.
That's you honor me with your kind words. I haven't done this in a very long time.
Just because words are kind does not make them untrue.
That is a lesson you have been teaching me, it's true.
Oh, so I have been teaching you things.
So let it get to your head. Once you learn how to aim at something properly, you can start talking back.
Words get to my head? Never.
I'm almost afraid to give you compliments now.
Oh, but I like them so much.
That's my worry.
Hmm.
I do fear if I give too many of them, you all won't be able to get out of that uniform.
Well, it is a rather dashing uniform, isn't it?
And then it won't fit over your head. And she's like smiling at this point. Like she
Why
does
wouldn't
get more
you?
comfortable as you're dancing though.
Why wouldn't it? Oh, because the head gets too big. I see now.
There you are, you're getting it.
I've never really understood that term of phrase. Why would compliments make someone's head physically grow?
Do you want an example?
Please.
You look quite dashing, Douglas.
Oh, you're too kind.
Hey, Grizz,
Mm-hmm.
can I spend a monologue token on Dougie?
Sure. Do you accept?
Of course.
Go ahead.
As we are dancing in, Douglas is making conversation and maintaining his usual cheery attitude in his mind. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. This is a wonderful night, a wonderful dance, and a wonderful woman. And yet I feel as if there's eyes in the shadows of the room that any Ashcombe or my brother or anyone else, any whisper might find its way to those who would see this match not be true. I think the world of this Baroness. I realize that now. And when I'm around her, such other matters become eclipsed. They are trivial, and all I wish to do is continue conversing, continue these verbal spars. It's more exciting than half another conversation I have with anyone else. And yet, behind that veil of entertainment and joy, there is a seed of disturbance, fear, I suppose. I'm not a daft man. I've been through this, well, a dance like this many times. I'm in several seasons now, and there have been many women who I know I've caught the eye of, but every time I step away, I create distance. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because of this seed, this fear. And right now I'm wondering if the seed is smaller than I always thought it was. End of monologue.
Thank you, Douglas. As the dance comes to a close and the conversation dies down and everyone bows to each other and you lead her off the dance floor. Um, her blush is clearly not that of anxiety anymore and more just like a little flush, but just also like just excited. And she's like, "That was, thank you, Douglas. That was amazing. That was wonderful.
No,
No,
I was going to say no, thank you. That was one of the more exciting dances I've had in quite some time. I've had partners who aren't a quarter as good as you were.
did they fall on the dance floor?
Well, more than a few times. London is a very silly place.
All right. Do I do this now? I think I do. Bo.
Yes.
You see them end the dance and they're talking. And clearly the Baroness enjoyed herself. Well, do I do this right now? there's, there's so many people in this fucking game. All right. Next time it's an apocalypse and it's just the four of you in a bunker. You get like a chill going down your back as you go like something is going to go terribly wrong and I'm not sure what. As Douglas, you're finishing this dance and it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful dance. You hear like a smaller voice that it's a bit aged, but you haven't heard it in like probably close to 6 or 5 years. Just really quietly behind you, Lord Finchwood. Sorry to interrupt.
Turn to look.
What you see behind you, it takes you a second because you're fairly certain this is just I mean, the Countess Montreval is a beautiful woman, but she's still like, like, sure, MILF. But like, this is like, take 20 years off. We're just saying it. All right, Hal, I'm sorry. Your mom's amazing.
Listen, I wasn't gonna disagree.
I just don't want you to say it around me. But take 20 years off of her and you see a face that you have not seen in a very long time. Make sure I have my notes right because I just got this name a little bit ago. You see the Lady Catherine Margaret Montreval, or Beau's younger sister. And you start to put the pieces together. You haven't seen her since Beau left for the army. And she was just a small kid then, but you see her now. You see her black hair is styled in like ringlets that are up like a half arrangement with like white blossoms and pearl pins, for like an air of like youthfulness and grace to it. And you see her bright blue eyes, just as bright as her mom, seem to like sparkle with like measures of confidence and curiosity as she like sees you for the first time in ages. Her gown is like in layers of like pale blue like sky silk that fade into silver near the hem. You kind of give like an impression of like morning light that you have seen yourself like over the lake outside. Delicate embroidery has lilies and swan feathers like that trace the bodice and sleeves and silver thread. And like a wide satin ribbon defines her waist. She has jewelry that's very, very modest, just a single sapphire pendant, which you probably would guess is a gift for her mother for her debut, with matching pearl earrings and long like white gloves that reach the elbow. And she's much less elaborate than her mother, but you can see like every stitch and piece of this. It's just like the artistry which House Montreval is known for. But yeah, you see Lady Catherine, who you knew when you were much, much younger, as Kitty when she was very small, but now you see her and she's in her first season. How are you, Douglas?
Or should I say Lady Catherine, I'm quite well. Look at you, you've bloomed like an ivy on the garden wall. You look fantastic. It's been a long time.
Thank you. You can still call me Kitty. It's fine. I appreciate it. It just blushes like deep red. Forgive me for not writing. I've been very busy with my lessons, but I was very excited to hear you were coming.
Yes, I've heard from your mother that it is your first season, right?
Yes.
Quite an exciting time.
I I hate it. I wouldn't want to be bothersome, but I was hoping for I was hoping you might keep up the promise that you had for me when we were much younger.
I've made a fair share of promises in my day. Kitty, could you remind me? And I'm sure I can see what I can do.
Well, you sorry, you have well, where did she go? Um, like you kind of turn to look, the Baroness is gone.
Oh, I was just about to make introductions. Ah, apologies, my manners fled me there.
No, you promised me a dance at my first swan ball.
Well, I wouldn't very well be the honorable Douglas Finchwood if I stroked you on that now, would I?
All right, we're gonna leave that there as she just like gives a smile. And Bo, Bo, I brought you up a second ago because you saw this interaction, and that's kind of like the cold chill you were feeling. Um, because you remember that Catherine had quite the crush on Douglas when you were very, very young.
I think had is an understatement here. When Bo saw Kitty walking up to Dougie and the Baroness, he would have very softly just muttered, "Oh no."
Can I play a
Um,
resolve token to hear him say that and then look in that direction and go, oh dear.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, you don't have to spend that. Like you clear. It's. He's not. I mean, the gentleman is gone. That's a big bro going. Sis, no.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
Bo is saying it quiet enough so that the general populace doesn't hear, but I imagine Diana is standing close enough. She would absolutely just hear him go, no.
Um, and you see as they're talking, uh, the Baroness kind of like had looked between the two of them, and got a look on her face, and simply walked away.
Can I spend a resolve token to like have perceived the look a little bit better to know, have an idea of what she was thinking?
It looked like a level of surprise and then a level of understanding that looked bordered on hurt. Like, not like she understood something about the situation that just made her go, "Oh, right. I forgot." And then she walked away.
And did I see which direction she ran off to?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Seeing all of this, Bo is going to turn to Diana. Forgive me, I fear I have something I must attend to, unfortunately. And he's going to very subtly look in the direction that the Baroness went and look at Dougie and then back to Diana in the hopes that she catches his meaning. But before I do, I would be remiss if I did not ask to reserve a slot on your dance card this evening.
Diana will hold up the little card that is tied to her wrist. I would like that.
Thank you. And he will take it and reserve slot number 3. And then,
Sorry, sorry. That sounds so wrong.
no, you're fine. He will specifically pen his name down for slot number 3 and then look at her and also write his name down in slot number 4, but very faintly so she could erase it if she wanted to, and hand it back.
She will take it and nod. Diana and Beau have known each other for a long time. Can she tell if he is planning to go and run interference with his sister, or if he's going to go after the Baroness? Because
I believe that's a resolve token.
I will happily spend a resolve token. I have too many.
Cool. Yeah, you can tell that Beau's like, all right, I gotta go do a thing. Superman pose. Which direction? He's going towards the Baroness. Yeah.
Yeah, he is absolutely going to head off the Baroness and try and do damage control there, rather than run interference with Kitty, because then he would have his mother to answer to, and I think Diana would know that.
All right, well then Diana is going to go run interference with Dougie and is going to very quickly scribble Dougie's name onto her dance card in the spot that is currently up right now.
Okay. It's so funny.
We're the dynamic duo. We both spring into action in different directions.
Yeah, we're going to save this boy.
As Dougie just has an absolutely beautiful young woman in front of him, and she's like, I mean, that would be this. The heist planning happened while you're confirming the dance you're about to do, and then you realize the Baroness is gone, and you have Kitty in front of you, who just looks ecstatic at the idea, and just like blushing deeply, just so excited for this to happen.
Douglas.
As there,
Dougie,
Yes. Oh, Diana.
have you forgotten you promised me this next dance?
Looks so confused.
She holds
oh,
she holds up her dance card, which absolutely has his name on it.
Oh, that is my name.
oh, Lady Fairlee, hello. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Hello, Lady Catherine. I apologize for interrupting. I did promise Dougie I would keep this particular dance open for him. And as you
No,
can see,
of
my
course.
card is filling up quickly, so I won't have time to pencil him in later.
Of course. I'll be one of the sides-alongs and wait.
You look stunning, by the way.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. No wonder of course.
Struggles with words.
Lady Diana, activating bisexuals and lesbians.
Diana
Kitty
can't go
suddenly has a sexual awakening.
Diana can't go anywhere without half the people in the room being like, wait, hold on, I'm feeling things I didn't expect.
And it's a pleasure to see you. Of course, the dance is going to start soon. Of course, I'll be in one of the science-alongs, Douglas, and it's a pleasure to see you both. As you guys head to the dance floor.
Diana,
Douglas, that entire conversation is still just staring at the dance card, scratching his head.
Diana
will remember writing this.
Diana will wait for Catherine to be gone and then let Dougie lead her out onto the dance floor.
So I'm going to pause the action here. Cool. Lady Sophia. Hi.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Lady Sophia, here you are. So yeah, you've been hanging out with Elias for a hot minute, and you're just kind of like enjoying your quiet time with him. You can see after that dance is finished, and you're like just kind of enjoying yourself. Shit. I didn't realize the time. As you're kind of enjoying yourself, you can see your brother finishing up a dance with a member of House Ashcombe, actually.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize just what Ashcombe this is, or just that it is an Ashcombe?
You could recognize it's an Ashcombe. They're pretty recognizable, but they're just the most like blonde hair, blue eyes family of all time. Just straight up.
Yeah. Incredibly melanin deficient. I get it.
I mean, they'd be glowing in the dark. But you can see it is Beatrice Ashcombe. You did see her at the hunt the other week.
Ah, fascinating. She, however, has her attention on other matters slightly, as she turns towards Elias. You look a lot more confident out here than you did, well, just about anywhere else that I've seen you. It's a good look on you.
I'm starting to understand my own role in my family a bit better. The loss of my father was a shock to us all, but as the season goes on, I'm finding myself. And I haven't quite said it, but I'd like to forgive me for what I said earlier. I just
No,
we
no,
we
no. You,
go ahead.
if you're referring to the dance, you need not be sorry. I I recognize this tendency that I have within myself, and it has been something I've been trying to undo as of late. I appreciate the fact that you pointed it out for me.
I
I
I
Go
see
on.
you. I see you, and I see. I've said it before. You you hold yourself back an awful lot. You it seems like you're trying to hide yourself. I've seen Sophia a few times, and I'd like to get to know Sophia better.
I wish the
Becau-
world got to see more Sophia too. It is an awful struggle. I I have been afraid for a long time that I might show myself to the world, and the world would turn away in disgust. I I'm just now learning that perhaps I do not need to bind myself in the ways I have for so long.
I don't believe so.
How do you mean?
Forgive me. I just believe I feel like I feel like I'm falling for half of you, and I'll never get to know the other half, no matter how hard I try.
Oh. And for a moment, it's like every single wall she has breaks apart, and her face takes on this incredibly rich blush. I I understand. I wish I could make you assurances. I wish I could. Wish I could tell you that I would be there in some expansive capacity, but I do not know myself to that degree. The only thing I can promise, just like anyone else, is to try. But Elias, if I may,
Yes.
you say that you find yourself fitting your own role within your family. Don't do as I have. Don't let it subsume and take away what you do have. Don't become the mask. It's an awful burden to bear.
Oh, well, I'm not wearing a mask anymore. And I think my role in the family right now is to take my brothers off. But I can't do that yet. I'll need your help if you're willing.
I already told you that I would help, however I may. And I'm not backing away now.
Then if you would be so kind, if you would honor me, may I have another dance?
I think you just may. And let's make this one without the precise steps, shall we? I trust you on this.
Your trust is more than I could ever ask for.
Thank you for watching Kingdom and Kinship. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
And welcome back, everybody. Had to cut off real quick because we have a lot of scenes happening all at once, and I have to be mean to a lot of them. So, let's get into this mess. Who do I want to start with first? I think we're gonna go Dougie and Diana.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Right.
dance starts. It is a lovely little. It's a little lively tune. Yeah.
Hopefully not a cotillion, so that we can actually have a minor conversation at the moments that we are together. Um. So as the couples are like weaving in and out of each other at doing different steps and whatever, Diana will take the moment when it is her and Dougie, and he is close enough to hear her. Douglas, I do believe you ought to take note that Beau's younger sister still seems to have quite the crush on you.
What?
And it may have caught the Baroness off guard.
Oh,
Beau has gone to run interference. However, I would not let that sit for too long.
right. Oh, so I didn't write my name on your card.
No, of course not. I did.
Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. Right, well, yeah, I will certainly attend to that. I wasn't aware how serious that could have looked.
I get the impression that the Baroness is not accustomed to this part of society. So she may have read more into that moment than there was there for you.
I see. Yes, explanation would probably help matters. Now I feel foolish.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the part where you say I'm not foolish.
No, I'm saying the moment could have certainly made you feel it, and I understand.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. Well, I must apologize then for stealing your first dance then. This should have been a rather magical moment for you.
No, it's quite all right. You are an old friend. I am pleased to share this moment with you, Ducky.
Well then, allow it to be my treat to make it as magical as possible to make up for prior foolishness.
And Diana will allow him to do so. I don't think that there's much more that she has to say about it. It was genuinely just a, yo, girl still has a crush on you, and it might be causing problems with the girl you have a crush on, so maybe deal with that.
I have a question for you, Douglas.
Yes.
You are a homie. You're a good dude, and this is one of your closest friends. However, do you still have slight feelings for Diana in this moment? Like, I don't think you've ever had a formal dance like this, have you? Not formal, but
Not with her.
Well, no, because this is my first season out.
yeah.
I think Douglas is feeling very confused about a lot of things at the moment, and I think his feelings for Diana is part of it. So there's probably still some underlying things there. Yes.
Okay. As the dance winds down, and it was a good dance, and 1 second, everybody. Cool. The dance winds down. The two of you separate. Everyone bows, and you are able to go either stay together or go your separate ways before we move on to the next scene.
Uh,
I actually would like to spend a resolve token.
Mhm.
I would like to spend a resolve token to have one Isaiah Rookward come to ask for my next dance.
Huh.
Oh,
do I make this more complicated?
no.
Okay.
What the fuck about that isn't just complicated? Like, but more complicated? No.
Lots.
You know what? I'll add 10 toppings to my burger. All right. So, in that case, we are going to move on to Bo. You are making your way through the crowd, kind of like pretty much exactly as this is happening, to go follow the Baroness. Like, you're a military guy, you've got a pretty good stride to you. This woman can fucking move.
I
Especially
imagine she can.
yeah, especially through a crowd. She's just like weaving in and out of people and like barely touching anybody as she goes. Here's a question: are you hustling? Are you going at a measured pace? Because I'm going to say this as you're making that decision. You see her heading for the doors.
Can I spend a resolve token to signal Marcus to head her off and prevent her from, like, stall her just long enough for me to catch up so that I don't have to obviously rush? Because I don't want people to think, Bo doesn't want to be perceived in this moment as like hurrying or rushed or distressed by anyone at the party. That would be bad and a bad look for the family. But he is intent on catching her. So I would like to spend a resolve token to signal my valet to stop her so that he can catch up. He is hustling, but not so much that it's noticeable.
All right. So you have a side resolve token that's like you can spend it as you so choose. It has got some weight to it. I will say for the purposes of this party, Marcus Devereaux, who's just your valet, but he's a soldier. He would not be in here unless you expressly invited him to join you.
No, not as an attendant, but as one of the servants. He should be hanging around the edges waiting for me to, like, send for him or call for him if I needed him.
I will. I'm gonna ask, would you have asked your mother? Because if he's not a dedicated server who just does nothing but this, especially for a party this big, she probably wouldn't have him on the wings. Go ahead, BB.
Just from an out of rules of decorum perspective, it is expected that personal servants be present. They don't necessarily have to
Okay.
be serving, but they should be like in the area waiting.
Okay. Yeah, then it's all good. What is your signal?
I think that Bo and Marcus have a series of like hand gestures that they would have developed over the course of largely their time in camp, so that Bo could have like signaled him to make things happen while he's, you know, up in front of troops being an officer. So he's just going to like make a fist down by his side and then point two fingers at the Baroness. Not like raise his hand, but just very subtly below his waist point in that direction.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just like going through my head. This is a massive ballroom, so I'm trying to make sure where he would be following you.
No, for sure.
Yeah. But the
because I will give you the reasoning that Bo has in sending Marcus is it is not going to raise suspicion or any passing notice for a servant to be rushing through the edges of the halls and
yeah. No, I understand the reasoning. It's just like, would he be there was my first concern. But no, he does manage to head her off.
And did you want me to spend the special resolve token or the regular one? I'm cool with either.
If you don't want her to get flustered, I would say the special one, because she does not know who the hell he is, and she's got other things in her mind. Like he takes the extra effort to make sure, no, just a second, I got a friend who wants to talk to you, kind of thing. Like my lord's right there.
Yeah, let's do the special one for that just to be safe.
Cool. Yeah, he does manage to head her off well before you get there. And you see her waiting patiently as he kind of explained that you were on your way. As you approach, you've seen her flustered already. You've seen her kind of embarrassed, but also kind of like excited and everything like that. She is, and Marcus has a look at his face. It's like, oh, damn. She turns to look at you. Her face is the picture of stone military decorum.
Okay. Bo will approach. Baroness Dunhold, if you would do me the honor of taking a walk with me about the gardens before you depart.
You see her jaw kind of like twitch for a second, like she's grinding her teeth. It would be my pleasure, Viscount Montreval. Please, if you would lead the way.
Of course. Thank you. And he'll extend an elbow and lead her outside. They will walk in full view of the party, in the light, particularly not in the like more shaded areas where I imagine couples are taking more private strolls. And he will speak quiet enough that only she should be able to hear. Baroness, forgive me. I could not let you leave without having a moment to converse with you. I apologize for the intrusion, but I needed to express to you that I think there may have been a small misunderstanding with regards to my sister.
I'm not sure what you mean, Lord Montreval.
Yes, I am certain that must be the case from the outset. My sister, Kitty, she is charming and her mother's daughter. She is everything the family would like her to be. That said, she has always had more of an interest in Dougie than Dougie has ever had in her.
Lord Montreval, if I Viscount, please. And she's gonna stop dead.
Beau is fine.
Viscount Montreval, I am the kindest and most apologetic of ways would ask that you just tell me plainly what you would like to.
My little sister has grand illusions of a relationship with Dougie that he will not wish to return because he views her as a sister of his own. However, I believe his intention towards you are very different, and it is my hope that you do not misunderstand him when he is trying to bridge a gap and not harm my sister's feelings.
You assume quite much for someone who was not in the conversation.
I don't need to assume when my best friend has told me things that give me the confidence to say that I am speaking truly.
She kind of looks aside for a moment. If the Honorable Lord Finchwood would like to tell me these things, he is more than welcome to. However, I am not one to get in the way of somebody else also expressing interest in the good Lord Douglas.
Baroness, would you allow me to speak plainly for a moment?
By all means.
Please get in the way. I love my sister. I do. She is a delight and a gem upon the face of the earth, but she is not the match that Dougie needs. He needs someone who challenges him, who sees him for the kind, enthusiastic man that he is, and who enjoys his exuberance in a way that Kitty never will.
I suppose I'm confused.
How so?
Wouldn't you want your good friend to be with someone who cares for him that much?
I would. I'm hoping that person is you.
Why can't it be your sister?
Because Kitty, from what I have seen throughout our many years being brother and sister, Kitty does not, in fact, cherish Dougie for the man that he is. She cherishes the playmate he was when we were children, and the boy that she put on a pedestal when she was barely out of diapers. She doesn't see who he is now, nor does she really care to. She just decided when she was 6 that that was going to be her husband, and refuses to change her mind, regardless of who or what Dougie is now. That is not the relationship I wish for him. I wish for him to be happy.
Thank you, Viscount, for your words. I'll take them into consideration.
That is all I ask. I apologize for interrupting your evening, but thank you for the conversation.
No, I just wanted to enjoy the gardens for a while.
Of course. I shall return to the party. If you need me, simply call for a servant and they will find me.
No, your good friend Marcus was. I'll look for him.
Of course, and apologies if he was rather abrupt. His manners can be less than decorous at times.
Viscount, I am in charge of hundreds of men just like him. I understand.
I am grateful for that understanding. Good evening, Baroness. And he'll bow very politely, definitely slightly deeper than he should be for the Baroness, and give her the space and head back into the party.
Let's see. Chilling on one of the terraces, with a few other folks, you do see Lady Rosamond, looking at the two of you with a amused expression on her face as you walk back inside.
Is she engaged in conversation with other people, or is she just sort of watching?
A bit of both. You can see her talking to somebody else. Uh, and they're talking, but she's talking around a group of people with a group of people, but her eyes were on you.
Mm-hmm. Bo will smile and nod his head at her to see if she wants to call him over, but he's not going to interrupt the conversation. But very clearly, if he were a lady with a fan, would be signaling, "Yo, do you want me to come over there?"
Hey girl, you want me to come over?
Hey girl, hey.
I'm like, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. Jesus. I mean, holla. All right. So I think she does kind of. No, actually, she doesn't signal or anything like that. She just gives you a nod back and continues the conversation.
In that case, Bo will enter back into the ballroom and leave her to her conversation because he doesn't want to interrupt where he's not wanted. And we'll check to see if, what the time is, which dance number is happening, because he knows the number that will be playing for the slot he reserved on Diana's dance card.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have on all of my bullshits a fucking list of dances to follow on cards. So it's a third of the way through the evening.
Okay, great.
Yeah, well, we're about a third of the way there.
That's fine.
Yeah, it would have been fucking more than halfway had the gods been kind to me. Not today. All right. Back on the dance floor. No, back inside. Diana, Douglas.
Yes.
Let's see. Is there anything you would both would like to do before I throw more plot in everyone's faces?
No, you keep talking about having things you want to do, and so I don't want to interrupt at this point. So,
Okay. Gary?
Dougie has a lady to go find, but he doesn't know where she's gone, so he's probably confused as to where to go about finding her. So if there are other things that need to occur, they can occur.
Well, you also have someone you promised to dance.
This is true.
Just
But
keep
it
that in
might be a
mind.
bad look to be like, oh, right, yeah, I'll go clear that up. Let me dance with her first.
All right. But I think um do I do this again only because it's funny and I'm that mean? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I do. Um as you two finished the dance that you had, you were focused on making sure that Douglas got the lowdown. So you didn't quite see this happening, but now that everyone's cleared out because he has like a half a head on top of everybody else, you see Diana, Leonard Blackwell, disengaging with somebody else and giving a polite bow, like 10 people down. You didn't quite see him because you were trying to focus on making sure the conversation with Douglas finished, but there he is. Let's see. Uh, Leonard is wearing he's got like a tailored evening coat of like a deep navy, with over like like a silver waistcoat, with oak leaves, uh, immaculate like black breeches, and he's actually wearing like polished riding boots, in exchange for like formal evening shoes. Um, he's got like a small sapphire pin and like a white cravat. He's dressed as a gentleman rather than a naval officer. Um, but it's still tight, disciplined, and just the guy. He's just the absolute unit, and he's kind of spilling out of these goddamn clothes because they just can't seem to get his size right.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to approach him because that would be impolite, but Diana makes herself available in case he wishes to approach her.
Yeah. You see, like he says, like thank you to the person he was dancing with, turns, sees you. And we're gonna go for one of those like 90s romance movies where it's just like staring at each other from across the room moment as he's just like taking you in for like a solid 10 seconds, which is way longer than he should as a gentleman, before he like shakes his head. And you see the face kind of blush as he just kind of like shakes himself and makes his way over to you. um
She will curtsy as soon as he's close enough.
yeah, and he will bow. Hey, Diana.
Oh, Leonard.
Hey.
Pleasure to see you.
uh,
You look very handsome.
and I am thankful that the Countess is not here, but I believe I'm looking at the centerpiece of this ball. You look absolutely breathtaking.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, yes, it's lovely. I've missed the last two, for obvious reasons, so it's been a pleasure to actually get to attend one of these.
Yes,
I fear I may have gone a little overboard, and she looks down at her dress. I was so excited I had my dress made before the season even started.
I think anything less would be an injustice. I forgive me. I don't. Wow. Just kinda like,
Catching him
I
struggling, I think Diana will very subtly tuck the little pencil thing that the ladies have to carry for their dance cards into his hand.
Yes. May I ask for a dance? That's quick asking. Yes, that's
She
wise.
will hold the she will hold the card up for him. Jesus, this
Um,
boy is a mess.
he's
That's
not.
out of character.
He's not doing well at all. It's like, man, she's gonna be beautiful. Just like completely blows him away. Just like, man, I had cool lines. Um, yeah, but you see him fill out his name and hand it back to her, and you see it's actually near the end of the ball at this point. Um, for his dance with you. Have you how are you doing otherwise? I know we've seen each other a bit this season, but
I'm doing quite well. It's been very busy. My social card has been quite full.
um
And you? How are you faring in face of everything that's happened?
things are coming along well. Everything is in order. The other houses have uh, helped the surrounding manor grounds and the countryside significantly, more than I could have ever asked for. So the people are doing well, and um, whoever he, whoever gets the title will be inheriting good ground and good land. Um, and my mother's doing well as well, and hopefully she'll be able to at least see the end of the season, as it were.
I'm quite glad to hear that
Yes,
she's doing well and that things seem to be going along nicely.
I've been thinking about our letters,
Have you?
of course. The bright spots in the rather quiet and dark life I've led as of late, but I always look forward to our correspondence and hearing from you, and seeing you, of course. Seeing more of you like this, of course. He smiles.
She smiles. Each of your letters has brightened my day. I apologize that I've not had time to write more often.
No, you. Forgive me. I am taking a time, and there are dances starting up soon, and I'm sure you have plenty of others on your card as well. So I look forward to it.
I look forward to the dances you've picked.
I actually don't remember.
She will hold up the card so that he can read that he put himself down for the last 2 dances of the night.
Yeah, he's gonna like the last two. His eyes kind of like go wide. Yes, the last two. That's what I meant to do. As he's like realizing the implication of him putting down 2 of them.
Well, up to 2 is fine. It's anything over 2 that becomes a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's like hey, and then there's hey, and then there's hey girl. And he's like, it's like hey, I went to almost hey girl. Goodness.
I would like to spend a resolve token.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Isaiah Rookward to come over and ask for a dance.
Yeah, no, you spent it. We had to do this first. I'm sorry.
We're
getting there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We're getting it. You already spent that one.
I hadn't marked it off because nothing happened. So
yeah, no, you spent it. He's going to do it.
Okay.
This is the moment because, like, it's funny that way. As he's like, well, coming up beside him. Leonard, good to see you. And you see Isaiah Rookward, dressed in just like darker colors, but like similar to the ones his sister was wearing. It's a pleasure to see you, and Lady Diana. I hate to interrupt.
Lord Rookwood, how lovely to see you.
Yes.
And she will curtsy.
Yeah, he will bow very deeply. Absolutely, you look absolutely astonishing.
Thank you.
If I may be so bold into asking you for a dance.
I believe I have a spot open. If you're free now.
Absolutely am. Might we go?
She will turn and curtsy to Leonard. My lord, I wait for the dances that you have chosen.
Yeah, I have. I look forward to it as well.
And then she will let Isaiah lead her towards the dance floor.
Yes.
And I would like to
Yes,
spend a second resolve token
Ooh.
to make sure that Sophia sees this.
BP. Wanna know what's funny?
What?
As you're like, well, I mean, time for the other Rookward who I kind of know and don't mind as nearly as much as the sister. As you get on the dance floor, you look to the cut, and there is Elias leading Sophia to the dance floor for a second dance.
Excellent.
Yes. And Sophia.
Sophia, for a moment, turns her eyes to look and sees both Isaiah and Diana. Diana, I know how to pronounce names.
Lies.
beginning I shush you. Beginning to dance together, and for a moment, her expression it, it contorts, like she's not sure what to think. And then, as soon as she does, she just snaps back onto Elias, takes one deep breath, allows that to wear over her,
Hey.
and focuses back on dancing.
Yeah.
Yes?
Hey, Howl. Howl.
Yes.
So in other systems, there's devil's bargains, and I have one for you.
Uh-oh.
Cool. If you allow me to freely manipulate the scene that you're in without you spending resolve tokens and me just doing what I want, I'll give you this monologue token to spend on Sophia. But then I get to mess with you.
What's the scene that I'm in?
Oh, it'd be this one.
Where Sophia is dancing with Isaiah and Diana is dancing, or no, Sophia is dancing with Elias and Diana is dancing with Isaiah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Have that monologue token, and I will throw you in just a moment after the monologue is
Funny
done.
part was that I was about to spend my monologue token, but Grizz beat me to it.
Funny part was that I also had a plan to spend my monologue token
On who?
on Elias. So I wanted to know what's
No.
going on inside his head. Okay.
No. All right, I'm kidding. But only because of different monologue tokens happening right now. Do you
Yeah,
accept this monologue token?
yeah, I'll accept the monologue token.
All right. Begin the monologue, please.
I have spent far, far too long living in inaction of others. In doing this because I thought another person would be happier for it. In doing this because it was my mother who commanded it so, because it was my father who asked me to get along with my brother, because it was him trying to get a rise out of me. I'm not sure what game Isaiah is playing at, but he's not getting the benefit of watching me suffer. I will enjoy myself. Good things have so fleetingly come to me, and yet it seems now they come all at once. I was not expecting him to express interest in me in such a way. Friendship, sure, an accomplice perhaps, but I get the sense that he might be still my beating heart. It is exciting to think that for once someone may want me after all. This is hardly the occasion to let them take that from me. I will grip it and hold it oh so preciously, because it's just I'm not going to let it go away. End monologue.
Thank you, Sophia. MVP, that is absolutely correct. That's amazing. Someone put that in the actual show channel. That's fucking hilarious. All right. So, Bo,
Yes.
you come back inside from helping the Baroness, and you're by yourself in the moment, and you see people asking people for or getting their dance cards ready to go. People are getting ready for another dance. And you see this happening, and you considering the outfit she's wearing, your mom is smooth as shit as she just slides up next to you, kind of like out of the corner of your eye. And if you were like a military guy, it probably would have caught you by surprise. But like she's just like there in your peripheral.
The thing she used to do to me as a child all the time. Yes, understood.
It's like, ha! How are things going, Beauchamp?
They seem to be going rather well, I should think. Are you enjoying your party, Mama?
Well, I do believe I would enjoy it slightly better. Um, and she's like whispering to you, and you realize as she's doing that, another person kind of like slides in, and she turns. She doesn't finish talking. She doesn't finish talking to you. She continues that conversation. And Tabitha, you've met my lovely son, haven't you, Beauchamp? And you turn to see Tabitha Blackwell.
Ah, Lady Blackwell, it's an honor to have you attend our festivities.
Let's see here. Do-do-do. And you see her like give like a bow to you, just like, Viscount, it's lovely to see you as well. Um, Tabitha is wearing like a striking like midnight blue silk gown. Like I kind of catches the candlelight with like silver embroidery. Looks like rolling waves going across the hem and sleeves. Which is like another quiet tribute to her father's naval legacy. It's fashionable without being extravagant, with like a fitted bodice and graceful skirts. Her dark hair is like in a tight arrangement with silver combs that look like laurel leaves. And she is fully like adapting to the role of lady in society, and it kind of, she genuinely looks like she could almost stand beside your mother if she had the like additional adornments, but she looks like absolutely fabulous. um it's lovely to be here. I have this is my first swan ball, and I have to say it lives up to all of the legends. Contest, this has been amazing to witness. Well, of course, my dear, thank you so much. um but if I'll leave you to talk everything. I believe you were at the Blackwell house just about a week ago to enjoy one of the parties, Bo.
Yes, it was a lovely time. They held a resplendent tea party in the gardens. Thank you, Lady Blackwell, for hosting such a lovely occasion. I understand that you had quite the hand in planning the event.
Oh, I think I would love to hear just a little bit more about that. But if you'll excuse me just one moment, I see one of the Ashcombs, and he's doing something that he shouldn't be doing with one of the serving trays. Excuse me a moment. And your mother just like disappears into the crowd. Whether that's true or not, who's to say?
Yeah.
Right.
Bo just assumes. It's like, yep, sure, great.
Thanks, Mom. Tabitha like blushes a little bit. I thank you for the compliment. It was my first party I've ever hosted by myself, and I did enjoy doing it. So
I'm glad to hear that. Speaking from experience, I can tell you that yours was immaculate, and it is always wonderful to hear that someone enjoys hosting such things. I know many a noble who finds them a bit tedious, but when they are well planned and the right attendees are present, I think they can be quite an enjoyable time.
um and you know, Bo, your mom's a fox in many, many ways. You see at this moment, as you're talking to Tabitha, people are asking other people to dance as a dance is about to begin.
Lady Blackwell, would you do me the honor of having this dance?
Oh, of course. It would be my honor. She gives you a curtsy.
Wonderful. He bows and then offers her his arm and will lead her out to the dance floor.
Yeah, you lead her out to the dance floor. And no BP. This whole show is now 2 episodes, so we have time. Give me a moment. I'm sorry, everyone. There's so much to do.
You're doing great.
I'm gonna cry. As
Stop looking
you
at
head out to
General.
the-
I'm just shitposting.
I know. Oh, stop looking
Also,
at
be
General.
nicer to our friend.
No,
You're
he's
doing great.
He's doing terrible. Your friend's
No.
an asshole. Ah! Hits me with a spray bottle. No.
I was just about to post that gif.
As you head to the dance floor, the there's a bit more people than usual, but we have three distinct groups. We have Diana and Isaiah. We have Elias and Sophia. And you two groups turn and see it is Bo and Tabitha dancing at the moment. And the dance begins. And all of this is kind of happening concurrently, but everyone can see everyone dancing.
Grizz,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to play a monologue token, please.
Mhm.
I want to know what's going on inside Tabitha's head when they get out onto the dance floor and Diana's right there.
So editor, just do like a solid 2 hours of internal screaming and then but cut it into like a 2-minute monologue and like just that's it. Um right. Uh damn it, guys, I have to look away. What the fuck? I don't have a place to look. We don't have a okay. I think it's like a turn and another like slow glance as like she like sees you on the dance floor. A la any fucking, I don't know, a emo rock band music video from like 2001 to 2005. I don't remember what book it was. I read it when I was little. It talks about moments where nothing seems to move and you can just focus on everything that matters around you. But there's always one thing that comes into focus. And right now it's her. I don't think I've ever seen anything so beautiful. I've seen full moons looking upon lakes at midnight. I've seen fields of flowers over going through on horseback. I don't know what to do. I summoned up all the courage to say something, and now I feel like a coward. I must have stared at that letter for hours. What do you say? I didn't know whether I should apologize or fill more feelings out. But it hurts. I didn't want to cause her confusion or uncertainty. That's not what I. Of course, that's what was going to happen. Shouldn't have said anything. But I had to. She's so bright and kind. And the way she smiles just makes every worry you could ever have go away. She's breathtaking. I wish I could run away. She was joking about saying becoming a writer, but maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just leave the manor and never come back. But I could never do that to Mother. But how can I do this to her? Nothing about this is right or fair to her. It was selfish. Everything I'm doing is selfish. And monologue.
Yeah,
Melon?
okay, thanks.
No,
That's fine.
Hey, Melon, you okay?
Man,
Melon, you okay?
how many goddamn questions am I gonna go through?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not.
That's-
My eyeballs are in my face.
Someone clip that sound Melon just made from a distance. It was like,
That, that was the sound of my inner lesbian. Oh.
It's fine. Our hearts are just breaking.
It's
Everything's okay.
We're fine.
hey, everyone. Gary, go fuck yourself. What the fuck? Hey, so while they're recovering, hey, Twitch chat, how we doing? Is everything okay? We're doing great. Twitch chat's doing great. Twitch chat's doing great. Everything's cool, everybody. We're doing great. Editor cut that part out. Everyone cool? Everyone fine. We're good. Get some sound. Cool. All right. That was the monologue, and that's what's going through Tabitha's head. Now, what's everyone else going to do as everyone else sees everybody else on the dance floor? We're going back to the scene.
Is
Diana had
Tabitha
token.
But, what's it? Okay, that's a lot of people. Who's talking? Who's saying what?
I can't spend another monologue token.
No, I didn't hear what you asked.
May I spend a monologue token on Elias now? Does that still have to wait?
What? Jesus. Okay. Sure. Give me a minute.
Yay!
Fucking, well, everyone's dancing with NPCs, so me saying vamp doesn't work here.
While you're thinking of that, is Tabitha showing any is any of her thoughts cracking through the mask while we're dancing?
You catch her eyes when she sees Diana, and you do see something crack in her eyes. The face remains a bit too stony in a smile as if she is enjoying herself.
Okay.
But okay, monologue token on Elias. God damn it. Okay. This has to be one of the most beautiful evenings of my life. This is my second swan ball, but I wasn't prepared for everything the last time around. I wasn't ready for the elegance, the extravagance, but I wasn't meant to be. When my father took the title, I was living in a small home, attending to the fields and cows. I never thought I'd be dancing with royalty. And how could I? But now I'm here. And it feels right. Perfect, even. Sophia is absolutely lovely. But I do fear I am correct in my saying that I think I've only ever seen half of her. And unfortunately, I'm not like the rest of the royals around here. Much like Leonard and Tabitha, I wasn't ever meant to show only half of myself. I was raised by a man who believed in giving it his all at all moments, all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your body. Living life at the fullest. It's only after he took the tile we had to learn to restrain ourselves. I'm afraid I'm the only one who was ever good at it. But I can't do that with her. I see her restraining herself. I see her holding herself back. And it's infuriating. Why have all of the skills and beauty and elegance and then only use half of it? What are you hiding? It just makes me more curious and need to understand. It's no fleeting infatuation. I have seen Sophia. But Lady Rookwood is still a mystery. Why have this other persona? What are you hiding? My brother is the strong one. My sister is the artful, alpha, and sensitive one. But I was always the most perceptive, says mother. The heart is out on my sleeve. It is for her to see. And hopefully I'll see her soon. She is a very good dancer indeed. And monologue.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Going back to the exact same 2 seconds that we've been stuck in for like 15 minutes. Alright. So, the 3 of you are dancing. Is there any resolve token or monologue token that people would like to spend while this scene is happening? Or would people like to just start talking to the people they're dancing with? Or would you just like to dance and move along with the scene?
I'm good with moving on.
I'm also good with moving on. I think Sophia's just having a great time dancing with well, she has fallen head over heels for.
How about Bo?
Bo, I think, would like to ask, are you enjoying yourself, Lady Tabitha, in one of the moments when they're, like, close during the dance?
Of course, Viscount. You're a
I
lovely dancer.
I don't mean with me. I would take no offense if you would prefer to be dancing with someone else. Uh, but I mean here, at this party, with our guests.
She kind of looks confused for a moment. Of course. This is, to dance here, of all places, I never would have. We had picture books of with drawings of moments like these. I never thought I'd be in one.
I can understand why you might think so, but I believe you belong here. This is just as much your world as it is mine or any of these people's. And I will tell you, as a person who grew up in the background of one of your picture books, it is simply a very large house more than anything else.
Yeah,
It is not
very
so fancy as you would think.
kind of like it gives you half smile. I don't know, unless you're taking down these massive tapestries and paintings and then hiding them in a bush somewhere. I'm fairly certain it's quite extravagant here, Viscount.
Well, that's what the trees outside are for, of course. They're to hide the tapestries in when you all leave.
I did think I saw some golden string hanging from one of the trees earlier, but that might have been part of the decorations.
Ah, yes, you are very perceptive. And he's like kind of chuckling because very obviously he's joking.
But I'm
I
not.
just know how overwhelming these events can be, especially when it is your first one. And if you are ever feeling overwhelmed or out of sorts or out of place, I hope that you have friends you might confide in. And if you need another, I would love to be here for you.
Uh, hmm. I think you got to see like a dark shadow on her face. It's like, I appreciate that. If I can't, I may have lost a friend to confide in.
Oh? And he'll
Heck,
look concerned.
Just a small misunderstanding, that is all.
I have some experience in the matter of misunderstandings, though it is not extensive, I will confess. But I believe that it is important if the friendship is, if it matters enough to you, to speak about it and clear the air. Because if this person is truly a friend to you, then speaking directly to the matter can only lead to the deepening of your friendship.
I, and you see she actually stops dancing for a moment.
He will.
Good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and it looks like that mask is cracking again before she like shakes herself and keeps dancing. It just goes like a split second off rhythm.
My
But like,
apologies.
no, no, you didn't do anything wrong. That is my mistake. I'm not used to this one. Forgive me. I didn't mean to impress you like that.
You certainly didn't. Let me tell you sometime about when I was younger and fell on my face at my first one of these. Nothing you can do will embarrass me more than I have embarrassed myself, I assure you.
Yeah, she kind of gives you like a shaky smile as the dance comes to a close.
As the dance ends, he will bow and lead her off the dance floor. It has been a pleasure to dance with you, Lady Blackwell. I am certain your dance card shall fill the moment I leave your side, but know that if you would like a quiet moment, I am happy to find you a lounge or bit among the trees to retire to. And should you like company, I am more than happy
I,
to take a walk with you at some point.
you are very kind, Viscount. I, uh, I believe I'll make my own way, but she'll give you like a deep bow. Thank you very much for your kind words and
Of
consideration.
course,
Thank you. Um,
of course. And he will bow and let her go on her way.
um, no, he's too perceptive. Damn it. I can't get away with this. Bo, you would see Tabitha heading in the most deliberate direction away from Diana. Like you can't not catch it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
He's not
yeah.
going to do anything about it, but he's going to clock that and just sort of make a little to himself.
No.
Interesting.
So people surrounding you start going, is he making Skeksis noises? Hmm.
Don't worry about it. It's a family trait. Anyway, tra la la.
The Montreville's just like clicking Skeksis noises. It's great. It's,
They don't. That none of that is in character, please.
it's canon. It's canon. No. So we're gonna go. Ba, 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 ba. Douglas.
Yes.
Yes. Many apologies, but I also believe you, without a rifle, thankfully, were on the hunt.
Yes, fortunately. Um, if necessary, I think, yeah, I can spend a resolve token for Douglas to eventually get the idea of maybe she's not in the ballroom anymore and start searching the grounds.
Yeah. Thankfully, uh, the golden retriever side of you activates and goes, but outside though. Um, it does take a moment to find her outside. The Swanmere is massive. And the grounds are pretty big as well. But uh the actual the the ballroom, all the windows lead out into the lake, where that's a huge terrace that has stairs going outside, and there's more like tables and everything down by the lakeside. Um, and there are actual like candles and everything out on the lake floating that are kind of like illuminating it a little bit. Um, and that on the very edge of the lake is where you actually do see the Baroness just kind of like looking out across the lake, and she's like illuminated by like the soft candlelight and everything like that. There are chaperones outside. Everybody, there's people out here. We're good. We're in the clear.
In that case, yeah, I will slowly approach and then, um, Baroness Denhold.
Lord Finchwood.
I feel I must apologize. I can't imagine how rude I must have seemed in there.
No, my lord, you have every right to greet old friends of yours, so there's nothing wrong with that.
And yet you left so quickly.
I didn't want to interrupt. It sounded like you hadn't seen each other for quite some time.
It had been a while, and it's her opening season, and I made a promise a long time ago to grant her a dance, but I did not wish for it to interrupt the time that we were having. I was quite enjoying myself.
It gladdens me to hear you say that. But I'm quite all right if you. Well, you should keep your promises, Douglas.
I should. And I do believe I made a promise to you as well, didn't I?
I'm not sure, did you?
If recollection serves, I promised that I would always be true to you. That I would always be wholly and completely and only myself. And so I do not want any presentations to give the wrong idea. I I care for Kitty in the way that I care for almost anyone, but a dance is just a dance with her. I asked you to dance when you arrived because uh, um it's strange. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and the wind is blowing through my window and causing the drapes to flow in such a way that it vaguely shapes itself into the form that one could imagine to be a woman. And when I see that, I think first and foremost of you for some reason.
Yeah. She turns to face you with like a look of genuine surprise. I me, but
Who else?
oh, You see, she just kind of like, even in the lantern light, you see her like face flush, and she just kind of like looks down at her feet. I Give me. I have never. No one's ever spoken to me like this before.
Then I am a very lucky man to do so first, before someone else comes and I lose my moment.
Are you sure about this?
Truthfully, no, but I feel light when I am with you, and I feel glad, and I feel very lucky to be within your presence and to be given the privilege of your attention. And for now,
No,
that's
Douglas, you
enough.
don't. As much as once I realized and learned a bit more about you, genuine you are, it filled my heart, and I started to understand that I didn't have to be just the maid in the castle waiting for someone. But my past has a weight to it, Douglas.
I know.
Even
I
seeing
read up.
People are already making small rumors.
About?
The daughter of the headless finally getting married.
Well, here's the thing that I've noticed about a lot of people. They have a lot of mouth work that they do, but not a lot of churning in their minds. They say things, but they don't really know what they're saying. And therefore, not much worth heeding. At least that's how I operate.
My concern is your family approving.
As is mine. My father is a very particular man who plays very particular games. But
I just want you to understand that I as much as I won't say yes or no to wanting this, my reputation was stained many, many years ago. Just don't want you
well,
hurt for this. And don't make it sound light, Douglas. You're
very
so
well.
good at doing that. But this isn't.
I know, it's a real curse. I understand. And I can't guarantee that I won't get hurt, but without risk, there is no prize to be held. It is simply something there. Difference between a treasure buried deep, guarded, and well cared for, something worth having, as compared to a pretty bauble you put on a pedestal and walk by every single day that you never think of. I'm willing to go through the difficulties of receiving the treasure. It's what makes joy joyful. Otherwise, everything would just be bland, would it not?
I sincerely wonder how the Viscount handles you all the time.
Between you and me, he doesn't.
Like, finally smiles. Um, I accept your feelings, Douglas. But we must go about this as formal as possible.
I understand. I'll wait for you. Perhaps I will be the dame in the castle for once.
Well, I think she meant like formally declare your intent.
Oh,
There you go.
in that case, whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, it would need to be done formally. I would have to petition to my father, and there's no telling what he might respond with, but I won't lie down.
It would be at that point you hear the band strike up, and um you can hear it's about halfway through the evening. So my question to you, Douglas, is what would you like to do next?
I think he'll look over his shoulder back at the hall and turn back. Come back inside with me. Get some refreshments. I do still have a promise to keep to a young girl. Or young woman now, I should say.
Oh, right. Well, being I am the daughter of a traitorous bastard, my dance card is completely full.
Oh, I imagine it would be.
It's not, Douglas. It's so very empty.
I know, I was joining in on the joke. I'm not daft.
Yes, you are. And that's unfortunately part of what makes you so good.
Well, so long as it's a compliment.
It is. But let's just go inside.
Of course.
As she takes your arm and you guys head back inside, uh, everybody, despite all of my best laid plans, we are halfway through this ball, and we are going to wrap up this session here. And we'll see what happens for the other half and the conclusion of the midway point of the season, the Swan's Ball.